Today I wanted to talk about a topic that I think most women will probably be interested in because we don't know if we're normal or not. And I thought, because I'm a beautician and I do a lot of hair removal and I deal with a lot of bodies, I would just clarify what you should have and what's okay to have, and so that you can then take away that information and feel better about yourself, because you are most likely completely normal in wherever on your body you have hair. Okay, so I thought I'd start with the top of the head. So we'll just work our way down and I'll explain where you should have hair and whether you will or won't, why you might not, and just make it a really quick sum up. Starting with your eyebrows, everybody's probably going to have eyebrows. Some may be fairer than others, some may, based on genetics, have more bushier eyebrows, maybe even a monobrow. It can be perfectly normal and that is fine, and you can tweeze it out or wax it out or leave it, whatever you like. Some women, based on their background and their ethnicity, will have darker hair, coarser hair, will get through 1 week without having to pluck to 4 weeks without having to pluck. So if you have hair in between your eyebrows, it is perfectly normal and you can just tidy it up with an eyebrow shape, and that is just based on your background. Moving down to the upper lip, you may be 15 and find that you have dark hair on your upper lip. Indian girls can find that their facial hair is darker, even the fine downy cheek hair can be darker, so it's not uncommon for the Indian culture to thread the whole side of the face or even around the forehead. It's fine if you're 15 and you have these little darker hairs and you don't want them. You can bleach them, you can wax them, you can thread them. So for the European woman, unless you have hormonal influences, which means you have polycystic ovaries or something, you may not find that you have any hair that's noticeable as in dark or thicker until you get to your 30s, 40s, 50s. Even then you may just grow them around the corner of your lips and you can just pluck them out. A lot of people believe that when they wax the whole upper lip, you're going to grow a whole lot of dark hair. Some people have that experience, some people are fine. Some people believe that all that fine vellus hair that's light and fluffy will be stimulated and then grow back as a moustache, but it's up to you how you want to approach it and how much it annoys you, dependent. For older women, as you get older, your fine downy hair will grow longer, and in the sunlight that may annoy you and you tend to need to move away from powders. For you, you can do sugaring, you can do threading, you can do whatever you need to feel better about that, but it is not uncommon for older women to have the whole side of their face waxed if they want to. Moving down to the chin, as you get older, or if you have hormonal things like polycystic ovaries, again, you can find that you have whiskers. You will probably want to get rid of those, so you may wax, you may tweeze, you may do electrolysis, you might do laser, and you just might not like them. You'll start off by feeling one and you'll be like, what is that? And you'll look in the mirror and you'll be like, oh, I've got hair on my chin. And you'll be probably mortified at the time, and you may pluck it out or be like, if I pluck it out, am I going to grow more? If you've got hair growing from a mole, it's a good sign. That's healthy mole. There's not, means it's not killing off that follicle in there, and it's actually not a bad thing. So just be careful plucking out of moles. Get some advice before you do that. Moving down to the chest, and I am covering the chest because some women will have hair on their breasts or their nipples. It's a random hair just on one part, maybe on the areola, maybe more to the breast, but it tends to not be overly hairy, just these longer, darker hairs that are in random places. That is not abnormal either. If you have hairs on your breasts or your nipples, it is not something that is completely uncommon. It's not a rarity. We don't all have it, but it isn't something that is not, it's not unheard of, so that's okay. You can just tweeze it out if you want. Moving down to the stomach, to the navel, that's where you can have a snail trail, and you normally find that's a darker, finer hair, not so coarse, but for people that like to wear bikinis or two-pieces, you can bleach it, you can wax it off. It's not uncommon at all overseas in Brazil and things like that to get rid of the snail trail. So if you have that, that's fine. You can be a completely white as European girl and have a snail trail. It's not really limited to only one ethnicity. There just could be some genetics that mean that that is why you're more prone to it than your best friend, and that is okay, and again, that can be normal. Brazilians and bikini line, Brazilians are normal. You'll know about growing pubic hair. For the bikini line, sometimes you can't distinguish where the thigh hair stops and the bikini line starts, because if you have coarser hair, it just all looks like it just kind of, it's the same. So maybe if you're Greek, you might find that. Maybe if you've got some heritage, it means you just grow heavier hair. That could be the case for you. Moving round to the back of the bottom, on the bottom cheek and around the anus, you will probably have hair growing. That is perfectly normal. When you're about 15 or 14 or early 20s, you might have a freak out about that and think, is that normal? And who can I ask if that's normal? Because I don't want to ask anyone. Normal, completely normal. Whenever we do a Brazilian, we ask them if they want the back done, which means that area, and a lot of women just have it done. Now, some don't want to, that's fine, but if you have hair there, it is perfectly normal. So you can have it waxed off if you want. Talk to your beautician about it and they will get rid of it for you. They can do that discreetly by just rolling onto the side. Moving down to the back of the thighs, you can have really fine hair on the front of the thighs that you're like, I don't even need to shave, it's not even a problem. Yet this whole patch kind of at the back that grows this thicker, longer, coarser hair, and it's like, what is up with that? You know, that you feel that need to shave because you wear shorts. That is normal as well. You see a lot of that when we do full legs. It seems to be the area where it grows a lot of darker patches of hair, and it can even grow up to like the bottom of the bottom cheek, and you can have that right waxed off up to there. Even if in your genetics you have more of a hairier bottom, that can be waxed off too if it really bothers you. If you move down now to your toes, toes are fine if they have hair on them. It's quite normal. Most pedicures that I do, I see some hair on women's toes, whether it's dark, whether it's light, whether they want it off or they keep it on, they don't care. You will have hair on your toes. It's fine. It's really normal. I think a lot of women are like, oh my god, troll toes, but it's normal, it's fine, and you're fine. I think the message that I'm trying to give you here is that there are parts on your body that you're going to grow hair. I didn't include underarm, I didn't include the arm that might be heavier hair. You can have that waxed off. I'm trying to cover the areas that you might be thinking, I've got hair there and I don't know if it's normal. You are normal, it is fine, and there is probably hundreds of thousands of other people that have hair in that area as well that you're wondering, is it okay? It's okay. I hope it answered your questions today about where women should grow hair. I think it really wasn't about where they should grow hair, it was really about where's normal to grow hair, but I thought that was an interesting title for this video. If you want to comment or ask a question, go ahead and I'll do my best to answer you. Thanks for watching. Bye.